Welcome to Board Game Empire. Today we're going to do a top 10 most anticipated games of 2024. Now these games are either going to be on crowdfunding or would be purchasing them, but these are the ones that I expect to back or purchase this year, and very excited about them. And sorry if I left any out. There's so many, and these are my interests, and my wife probably has way different interest, but this is my interest. And so my number one is World Order. It's the same company that did Hegemony, which is kind of like a economic game. This is also an economic game. Hegemony is 4.15 complexity. I'm expecting this to be at the same level. Now this is a economic hand management error majority influence game. Now so far they only have the cover as far as any information besides World Order. You're one of 4 nations. You're either Russia, China, Europe, or the US, and so that's pretty much the extent of what is out there on BGG and what I've tried to research. But World Order is my number one. Number 2 is Inferno. It's by Red Mojo. They're also the game developer of Through Ice and Snow by Fernando Sanchez. Now this game is a worker placement multi-use grid movement game. It only has a weight of 3.0. Now I'm very excited because it's by it's pretty much it plays Dante's Inferno, and also you're trying to get souls into one of the 9 areas of hell, and there's also let's see, there's Inferno phase and Florence phase, so there's quite a bit of things you could be doing. Now the design illustration looks phenomenal. There are some pictures and there are some already videos out there showcasing it. Very small amount, but it looks phenomenal. That's one of the games I'll be backing. And so number 3 is Coliseum, or Avestatus, which is also created by Days of Wonder. It's Coliseum originally created in 2007, and so it's pretty much a reprint that's been out of stock for a long time. Wish I could have got it when it originally was made, but it's being remade by Fantasia Games on GameFound. I forgot to say, so World Order will be on GameFound, and then Inferno will be on GameFound. And then Coliseum is a set collection auction bidding and dice rolling game, and so really excited about that. As opposed to Coliseum Avestatus, it's kind of a different game. It's more complex. It has a complexity of 3.8 as opposed to Coliseum that has a 2.76. Now this game has the same designer as the original Coliseum, Wolfgang Kramer and Marcus Luby. The game mechanics will be set collection, worker placement, and contract driven. Of course, there'll be some other aspects of mechanics within it, but those are pretty much what I've seen. Now there are images and some more information online that I was able to find, so I'll provide as much as I can in this top 10. Next one is Warspan, which is a Stonemaier game. Now the game is created by the same designer, Wingspan, which is one of our favorite games of all time. It's actually it's created from the creator of Aberry, which is like we've yet to play it, but it's supposed to be really good. But Wingspan is one of our family favorites. This might be our most interest due to it being dragons and high complexity. So I love dragons. I have 2 dragon tattoos, but it's 1 to 5 players, 9 minutes, 14 plus, 2.86 complexity. There's already quite a few images of Stonemaier on BGG, and he's also done quite a bit of videos. I do believe it was the same designer as Wingspan that took I think it was Avery and Wingspan. Those two designers took part in creating it. And so if I remember all the interviews and everything, I've watched quite a bit of, I've probably seen 5 interviews. And then Stonemeyer's, I've seen 4 of his videos showing, the caves. And then you also, the guilds and different things you could do. It just looks phenomenal. I think it's going to be one of our family's favorites. And that's why I like that game, because it is a little bit more complex than Wingspan. So it does offer more options, more strategy and everything. So that's my number 4. Number 5 is Flow. That's by Pika Games. Warspan is pretty much going to be just self-distributed by Stonemeyer Games. Flow is, I believe, Kickstarter. Now, this game has some of the best designs in the industry. It was designed by Yoma, which is the designer of Unconscious Mind. Johnny Pack, also designer of Unconscious Mind. Merchant's Cove, Coloma, Endless Winter, and Buru. And lastly, Henry Auburn, creator of Parks and Cosmo Octopus. The mechanics are worker placement, variable powers, and area movement. Now, the design looks phenomenal. I like the worker placement option. It looks like they did something where you could, from what I've seen, the videos where you could extend the map as you play. And so it's just a cool design, cool illustration. And I could see that being one of our family favorites as well. But there's a lot of images and stuff that it's online. So I'll provide as much as I can. So that's my number 5. Then my number 6 is Wish by Silver Bows Games. It's being created by one of the designers of Disrupt. We love Disrupt, a phenomenal game, one of the best economic games we've ever played. It's amazing. And so our whole family enjoyed the game. The game is a take that variable player power area movement game. It's only a weight of 2.0. It has 1 or 4 players, 40 to 80 minutes, ages 14 plus. And so it just looks really cool. And I like the concept of it. You're making wish and different things you could do in the game. And so just a phenomenal, I hope that they release some more information, some videos, and some, just something that we could get our hands on and see if how phenomenal the game is. But that's my number 6. My number 7 is Restart by the same company or the same creators of Age of Rome. I've yet to play Age of Rome. I did talk to the developer designer, and so they are going to send Age of Rome, and we might get Restart to present as well on our channel. Just the game looks phenomenal. It's kind of like a butterfly effect type game. And we love those, you move back, forward, and all that. It's a Restart's a tactical engine building game that uses mechanics such as push your luck. We love push your luck games. Those are some of our favorites. Connects and contracts. From what I know currently on BGG, there are 4 types of cards: society, event cards, technology, event cards, energy, event cards, and food, and event cards. Then besides that, the only aspect of the game it shows on BGG is location cards or timeline and time. I've yet to decipher it because there is no rule book on there on BGG as of yet or on their website. It is 1 to 4 players, 50 to 120 minutes, age 14 plus, and the weight hasn't been shown yet. But that's my number 7. I think that's going to be an amazing game and bring some unique mechanics to that game. Now, my number 8, we actually backed. Unconscious Mind is by Fantasia Games. Has 4 designers: Antonio Zax, that was the designer for Sweet Mess. Lascas is only tied with Unconscious Mind. Yoma, which is and previous game that we described, designer of Endless Winter, Sweet Mess, Flow, and finally Johnny Pack, that was designer of Endless Winter, Flow, Buru, Coliseum, Avatas, Coloma, Buru, and Merchant Code. Now, some amazing games these designers have created, so I'm expecting Unconscious Mind to be just a phenomenal game. Unconscious Mind is a Euro-style work placement, engine building, multiple roundel game based on Sigmund Freud theory called psychoanalysis, which was released to the Unconscious Mind. It's 1 to 4 players, 60 to 120 minutes, age 12 plus, weight 3.97. So it does have some weight to it, but it's not like above 4. We don't mind above 4. I mean, some of our favorite games are like Feudum, and like the weight has nothing to do with it, but we're just, the design, illustration, the theme, everything looks just phenomenal. Can't wait to get our hand on it. My number 9 is Casadero. I don't know how to say it, but Bitewing Games. It's Cascader. The game is being made by one of the most well-respected designers of all time in game industry, Rainier Kitsia, butcher names for some reason, who create titles such as Modern Art, Tigers in the Euphrates, Through the Desert, Raw, Battleline, Blue Moon, Ignius, Babylonia, and Zubados are just a few of the amazing games that he has created. It is a tile placement game, chaining, and track management game. It's 2 to 4 players, 45 to 60 minutes, age 14 plus. Weight hasn't been determined yet, but that game just looks amazing. We've liked almost every game from him, even some of his older games that we got way back. So can't wait to. That's my number 9. Lastly, it's a game that is kind of different and from a different designer than a lot of the other ones. It's Almighty, and this is by King Bean Studios, the same designer as Rogue Camera. My son loved it. I enjoyed playing Rogue Camera with him. Now, this is created by Masalichi Ray Rampin. Hopefully, I probably butchered it. Who created one of our favorite solo games ever created, Rogue Camera. Almighty is a tableau building, hand and resource management competitive game of divine proportions. Is mechanisms such as hand management, deck bag and pool building, open drafting, and worker placement. It's 1 to 4 players, 60 to 90 minutes, age 14 plus, and the weight hasn't been determined. I can't see the weight being that above like 2.83 because it has that family look to it. So I'm guessing it'll be like at max, probably a 3.0. But it looks like a phenomenal game. We love Rogue Camera, and I think he's coming out with 2 Kickstarters this year, as far as we know. It's the Almighty, and then there was another one, but just phenomenal games. Hopefully we get to, play test it or play it before. And just these are my top 10. I'm super excited about these games. We still need to purchase games like Thunder Road, Heat, and some of the other ones. We do have like 650 games or 700 by now. But these are the games that we're looking into. We're getting rid of some. I've been sending some to my younger brother, and so many boxes. So some of the games that we really don't, our interest, and so, or games that we have duplicates of that I just sent to him. But these are our top 10, or my top 10. I'm very excited about these games. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Social media is down below in the description. I will have a link of every game and where they're going to be on Kickstarter, GameFound, or if they're just retail release on my description. And see you next time.